What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bartlett Arborist Supply. Before we get started on today's video, which is going to entail the new Teufelberger TreeMOTION Pro and the comparison against the older TreeMOTION Evo. Before we get started, like I said, hit that like button, subscribe down to the channel, check out the rest of our content, let us know what you think, anything you want to see in the future, and we'll try and provide that for you. But diving right in, right? So we have the TreeMOTION Evo and the new TreeMOTION Pro. A couple of differences right off the rip is the color wise, right? It's a lot more red, a lot brighter, strong color, that's what it is. The back padding, it is a bit wider, so it may cover a little bit more surface area. This padding of the TreeMOTION Evo will not work according to the literature on the TreeMOTION Pro. What they went back to is a classic single bridge, but they still give you the option to add a secondary bridge if you so choose to, right? So on the forward D-rings down here, they have added a second slot. So it's gonna be knotted bridges again. Just slip the second bridge. You can run a separate anchor ring on it, or you can run it right through the original ring that comes with it. The forward Ds will not have replaceable parts like the bones and the knot blockers as the TreeMOTION Evo does. Another key difference here is right up here in this, on the top D area. So you notice this black ring versus the classic red DMM ring. So they did that to open the ring out and switch out webbing. So it gives you the option of replacing that, and you get more bang for your buck that way, right? You can make the harness last longer for you, and you're not replacing it consistently because you couldn't get it or you couldn't replace something. But that's very cool. The TreeMOTION Pro has up to 10 replaceable parts, and the biggest thing for me was 10-year lifespan now. So if you rip on the back, you can see for yourself, it says good from this date to 10 years later, which is big plus. I really like that. I've sat in the harness. I haven't fully climbed on it yet, but I intend on doing as much climbing as I can with this harness on. But so the big thing, we still have Cobra buckles. So the harness does come in 3 different sizes: small, medium, large. The Cobra buckles adjust in 2 separate ways now, so you can adjust it off of this side, and you can also adjust it off of the connecting side over here. So big difference there. And you may be wondering what this elastic bungee is. So we've all been there. We got our harness decked out. We slip the harness on, and we're standing with a wide stance so it doesn't fall off of our waist, right? Our hips. So what this does, you clip this in, cinch it down to where you want it to. Snug, comfort, don't overdo it and choke your hips out. But it allows for you to clip this in, and the harness actually will stay in place. So it's not gonna sag, right? And then you can adjust your buckles, connect it, and boom. Second thing, they did the same thing on the legs. Where the legs, they still added that same elastic connection right here. And you know what? This is replaceable, or you can remove it if you so choose to. But when I sat in it, and I had it snug up to me, and it felt really comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. So it wasn't shifting, it wasn't moving, it stayed right where it was supposed to, and it felt super comfortable. It felt really good. I really like that feature on it. The top Ds on the harness are a little bit thicker than the original rings. So that's a couple of the features in the front. Now if we go move on to the back, so you can see you don't have the red loops on the TreeMOTION Pro, and the connection, the life support ring that's on the back, is no longer here. So you can still hook up a chainsaw lanyard to it and have it connected somewhere, a Shembiner or anything else, a vault, whatever you like to use. Or you can opt out to remove this piece and connect a part just like this Teufelberger ring, the openable one, and you can connect it right to the back. So right here. It's pretty cool. The one thing I like are these, right? Me personally, on my TreeMOTION, the bungees, they're cool and they're great, but it just rides somewhere super uncomfortable. I don't know if you're on the same page, but sometimes it can just get in there and it's not comfortable. So yeah, this was a lot better, at least in my opinion, right? Everybody likes different things. That's how I feel about that. And then your red loops up top, ease of connecting the suspenders, right? So you don't have to try and connect to a little hole here. Just clip into the webbing right there on the back, and it does have it on the front as well. And it's easy if you like the suspender use, especially when you're carrying around on removals, right? You got to lug up a 500 or a 362, 462, or a Husky saw, whatever you like to use, right? As long as it's sharp, I'm okay with whatever. And they do give you more options on slots for your carry tools and things like that, which I love the customization of all the TreeMOTIONs. You get to choose and put your placements wherever you want it. So they added an additional slot to put in a carry tool versus your original TreeMOTION Evo over here. It only had 2 slots. Well, now you got 1, 2, 3, and you get a 4th one down right here. So if you like carrying a lot around, loads of gear and things like that, or even if you're just a minimalist and you know whatever, right? Everybody has their flow, their style, their sauce. So TreeMOTION Pro in stock now. Check it out, bartlettman.com. Google us, Bartlett Arborist Supply. I'm super stoked about this harness. And one more thing I should mention before we end this video is that the TreeMOTION Evo will no longer be made. Parts will be made until about 2030 in that area. This is intended to take the Evo's place. So, awesome.